Mwaka-inĩ wa 1985 niguo Mutaratara wa Githomo kia 844 wambĩrĩirio nĩ Minista ũrĩa warĩ wa Githomo hĩndĩ ĩyo Thomas Aringo rungu rwa wathani wa President wa kerĩ Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, na mũtaratara ũcio wathamaka gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ gwa kahinda ka mĩaka 39.
Wasiotosheka waitafute Kenya yao, wasiotosheka waitafute Kenya yao.
When he stood at a podium like this one 39 years ago to release the first set of the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education examination results for the 1985 cohort, former Education Minister Peter Aringo could not have imagined that the KCPE story could last so long. Yet, since 1986, minister after minister, cabinet secretary after cabinet secretary, have stood here to narrate the success story of the KCPE examination. A story that will be told over and over again by many Kenyans, the majority of them products of the 844 education system that has for years served our country immensely well.
We are celebrating more than 38 years of service of our Kenyan people, whom we have taken through this particular 844 education system.
Harĩ thabarĩ ĩyo ya mĩaka 39, andũ matanyihĩire milioni 26 nĩo mekĩte kĩgeranio gĩa KCPE, kũrĩ andũ 25,000 nĩ andũ arĩa marĩ na mawathe.
This story of the end of KCPE will not be complete, therefore, if I do not individually mention some of the special groups of people that have been part of the successes, highs and lows of the examinations that have often sparked wide celebrations in many parts of the country, celebrations that we are all but bringing to an end this year. The 4 presidents of Kenya, whose governments steer the implementation of the KCPE examinations and equipped schools successfully to ensure quality products came out of our standard 8 national examinations.
Mbere ya wĩyathi, Mũtaratara wa Gĩthomo watwaranaga na wa rũraya kuona nĩo maũthundũrĩte, no mwaka-inĩ wa 1967 bũrũri wa Kenya, Tanzania na Uganda magĩũka hamwe na magĩthondeka ngwatanĩro ya mabũrũri ma Afrika ya ithũĩro na magĩtwarithia Mũtaratara wa Gĩthomo ũrĩa mathondekire, ũrĩa wakoragwo wĩ mĩaka 7 thĩinĩ wa thukuru ya primary, mĩaka 4 secondary, mĩaka 2 high school na mĩaka 3 nginyagia mĩaka 5 university.
1985, we made yet another monumental shift. We transitioned from the 7-4-2-3 system into the 8-4-4 system. But with time, the 8-4-4 curriculum became inconsistent with the aspirations of our growing nation, particularly because of its overload curriculum and its academic and examination-focused approach.
Mamwe ma mogarũrũku marĩa mokire na Mũtaratara wa Gĩthomo kia 844 nĩ kwambĩrĩrio gwa kĩgeranio gĩa KCPE kĩrĩa gĩkagwo nĩ arutwo arĩa mararĩkia mathomo ma thukuru wa mũthingi kĩrathi-inĩ gĩa 8.
Witiro Aringo, who released the first KCPE examination results, I also feel privileged to be the one at the apex of the transition point from the KCPE examination to the Kenya Primary School examination assessment.
Itanya rĩa 844 rĩarĩ gũtigĩrĩra mathomo marĩa arutwo marathoma nĩ mekũmateithĩrĩria kũgĩa na ũgĩ na gwĩthondekera maeke ya mawĩra gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ ũndũ ũmwe na nja wa bũrũri.
And I want to say again this time that, you know, as teachers, God gave you a special responsibility. God gave you the responsibility of co-creating human beings. As of the 844, you have continuously co-created them for the last 39 years. And in that process, you have co-created in this country 26 million Kenyans through this system. This is more than 70% of the adult population.
Tiremwe mendekithia makunina KCPE manaheanwo mageri-ini ma kugacirithia githomo guku bururi-ini, na hau niho mathomo mamwe ta art and craft, music na science maninirwo. Mutaratara wa 844 kagutirihwo mogaruruku matiganite ni maratabanitio sekta-ini ya githomo ta gutiga kwanirira arutwo aria matongoria hamwe na thukuru mugaru na hau gabere kuria minista wa githomo aranagirira king'ang'a-ini murutwo wa mbere wa kigeranio gia gibururi gia KCPE hamwe na thukuru uria utongoretie.
Nahisi vizuri. Kusema ukweli siko natarajia kupata alama hizo, lakini namshukuru Mungu kwa kunipa alama hizo.
Riria igeranio icio irakoragwo igikwo, thirikari irakoragwo iri maitho niguo gutigirira igeranio icio itiiniyirwo kuona miaka ya na hau gabere arutani amwe hamwe na arugamiriri igeranio aria manonekana na mahitia ma wici wa igeranio manakorwo magikinywo bao-ini na arutwo amwe magikanjirwo igeranio ciao kumana na wici.
Examination cheating is the lowest form of intellectual dishonesty. We cannot let the reputation of our country and our children, as I said, be condemned to our own irresponsibilities. We've been given tasks, we've been given assignments that we need to deliver, and we should deliver on them.
I wish to commend the candidates and all officials for ensuring that the integrity and the credibility of the 2023 KCPE examination remained high. Only 2 candidates out of the total 1,406,557 were involved in examination malpractices during the 2023 KCPE examination. One of the candidates was found with unauthorized notes in the examination room, while the other candidate was found with a mobile phone in the examination room.
O mwaka hindi ya kurekererio kwa mumirira ma KCPE, arutwo, aciari hamwe na arutani maranyitanaga hamwe na gukungwira mumirira undu uria gukorwo gikinya muthia kumana na mutaratara mweru wa CBC kuona marks cia arutwo cirakorwo ikianirirwo. Mwaka wa 2023 ugukorwo ari mwaka wa mwanya karenda-ini ya githomo kuona niguo mutaratara wa 844 wakorwo gitirihwo thutha wa gukorwo thamakite gwa kahinda ka miaka 39.
Now, my humble duty and privilege to declare the 2023 KCPE examination results officially released. I wish all candidates success in their future endeavors. I'm happy to report that the 844 period has recorded an improvement on achieving the gender parity in the education sector. In 1985, the country had a raw gender parity favoring male at 59.2% and the female at 40.8%. Encouragingly, from 2013 to 2022, the country achieved near gender parity for male and female candidates. However, in the 2023 KCPE examination, the gender parity slightly shifted in favor of male at 51.30 and female at 48.70. In the 2023 KCPE examination, there were 1,406,559 candidates who sat the KCPE examination in 28,533 examination centers across the country.
Riu mutaratara wa CBC niguo ukuhimbirio na kwambiririo kurutithio wira kuri arutwo maririkagia kigeranio gia KPSEA mari grade ya 6 igeranio iria mahotithagia guthie junior secondary, na riu uyu ni mwaka wa keri kuma riria igeranio cia KPSEA ciambiriirie guku bururi-ini.
We are at a tipping point in our education system. The old must give way to the new. The summons of our times requires us to reimagine how we educate our children. It requires us to be bold, not rigid. It calls on us to imagine a system that creates responsible citizens as opposed to subjects. A system that celebrates the creative potential of all our children.
I must make it abundantly clear that my mission is not to sing KCB digest. Rather, I am here to celebrate and remind my fellow Kenyans that we are only transitioning from a structure of education that has served us well for 4 decades to one that will serve us even better. I must further emphasize that the midwives of the new shift in the education structure to their competence-based curriculum will mainly be the products of the KCPE examination, totaling 39 cohorts. The first cohort of the CPC runners will transition to grade 8 in January 2024. All education indicators show that the cohort is undergoing quality learning and teaching. I wish to assure the country that all curriculum materials are in place to support the runners.
Muoroto munene wa kwambĩrĩrio gwa CBC ni kuhukia uthutũkania wa arutwo mathomo-inĩ, kuna arutwo makoragwo mahetwo iheo mwanya na makiria niguo nginyanagia gũkũria bũrũri harĩ ũthii wa na mbere, kuona atĩ arutwo aingĩ marĩkũraga na ũgĩ na ũmenyo wa mwanya.
The government of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, which is going out here, spends the maximum amount of money in education in the whole of the continent.
Indeed, currently making the third such transition since the independence of our nation. Our founding fathers embarked on a mission of course correction to transition from a colonial education system that prepared learners for servitude to one that gave them the tools to lead a newly independent nation.
Riu aciari, arutwo hamwe na atongoria ni moretio kuhimbiria mutaratara uyu ona thengia waguo gukorwo na mathina matiganite, kuona ati niguo kihonia kia muturire wa rucio rwa arutwo hamwe na bururi na makiria niguo kinyanire.
We can't always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future, end of quote. If the challenge of our time is that of rapid technological growth, then the response of our education system must be that of digital literacy.
Kigeranio gya KPSEA nikio gikuihũria ithenya rĩa KCPE na riu nikio kirihuthikaga niguo kuigirira arutwo atiri-ini niguo kumenya maumĩrĩra mao. Handũ-inĩ ha Muthingi TV niĩ Njagũ Ng'endo wa Njogu.